the 72 demons of the Guatia. Appearing as half man and half beast, it is said that he can change his form according to the desires of the one who summons him, though not for very long.
Hello Internet, I am HamsterBomb.
And I'm Timothy.
And this is Demonica, your Shin Megami Tensei Demon Compendium, where we look at the real-life lore that influenced the design behind the series' demons. The moon is a waning half-moon. Except for the night that we record this, it's actually a full moon, and it is kinda yellow tonight as we record, which is kinda neat, kinda interesting, because we're summoning a yellow demon. Kim, what religious, mythological, historical, fictional, cryptozoological, that's the word, character or concept, will we be summoning tonight?
Os.
Os. What?
I'm joking, it's Ose.
I was gonna say, is it truly Os? That's all.
Os is like a Latin word.
Oh, it's like, everything I know about this is wrong.
I just really wanted to mess with you.
You did. I was like, I've been saying Ose forever.
It's Ose.
You like get on the middle of this episode like, nope, I've been waiting until now to reveal his name's Os.
It's the first thing I looked up, though, just to make sure.
You know, I noticed one thing that was really funny. Spotify automatic subtitles that it creates for our episode, it says, like, hello, I'm HamsterBomb, and I'm Timothy.
Well, we already know it's bad because, you know, your grandma leaves me a voicemail and says very inappropriate things in the voice to text.
The voice to text was very wrong. It was very wrong. I'll just say it had my grandmother cursing as soon as she answered the phone. It was very funny. But yeah, it was not correct. Oh, so I had a housekeeping thing. So remember that video we referenced last time about those models for the Shin Megami Tensei demons that we said were gonna be up like at the same time as our episode? Yeah, if you went looking for that and noticed it kind of didn't exist, it still doesn't. I'm sorry. It was a holiday week. I barely got our episode done on time. Give me a break. And we have more holiday coming up now, so it's barely lightening up, but it will happen, I promise.
You know, most podcasts just take a break around this time.
Yeah. And we don't even have ads, for crying out loud. We're not even doing this for money.
We could take a break.
We could just take a break.
Also, in exciting SMT news, you just got a physical copy of SMT4.
I did, yay! And the strategy guide that came for pre-ordering the game. I'm excited that I can finally play that in a physical form. I've only ever been able to digitally play that, and I really love 4. 4 might be my favorite of the original set of just purely numbered ones. How do we say it like that? Purely numbered Shin Megami Tensei. Mainline? Is that even mainline? Because it's a spin-off. It's all a spin-off. That's the joke.
Second mainline.
That's the joke of the series. Everything's a spin-off. You could even say that the original novels were just spin-offs of mythology.
Everything's a spin-off. And everything is canonical.
Everything is canon. Except sort of 4. 4 exists in its own weird universe pocket. It's super strange. It's why I love it.
But doesn't everything exist in its own universe? That's how it's all canon?
Well, no. Like, 5 is a sequel to one of the endings of SMT3. And SMT3 implies that somehow it's connected to the end of one of the SMT2 endings. Because the main protagonist is somehow reincarnated in SMT3, and 2 is directly a sequel to 1. It's just a sequel, so they're connected in one extremely obtuse way, and that's just
but I know, like, we also say Persona is connected to SMT as well, because it's a split off of the universe.
And Raito Kuzunoa is also connected as well, and all the games.
I know I haven't played enough of 5 yet, but why is that guy just not Raito? I don't know anything about it, but I just see him. I don't even know his name.
I know. He should be Raito.
Why is he not Raito?
And Raito's not the guy with Nua. I'm forgetting his name. He's not that interesting. But yeah, I remember
I just walked in the room
immediately appearing, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's Raito Kuzunoa!" And then he just says his name, and I'm like, "Oh, you're not Raito."
No, I remember.
Why are you not Raito Kuzunoa?
I remember walking in the room while you're playing it, and I was like, "Oh, Raito's here."
I wish he'd be a lot
seemed like a normal
He's the
thing.
Same character too, but I guess they didn't want him to be that cool because no character in SMT5 is actually that cool.
I don't like that Raito's not like 25.
Oh yeah. If we're just talking about Raido and not Osei today. Yeah, it's weird that Raido is basically
Like 18?
he's old enough to be a Persona character. Like, he's just in high school.
But
I like how that was my comparison, a Persona character before being in high school. But yeah, that's who we're talking to right now. You know what I'm talking about.
I wish he was like 25.
Oh yeah,
or
he's
like
a detective.
30.
He should at least be a little grisly, you know? Like, complain about his back as he runs through the halls or something
he
like that.
looks older to me. Yeah, sure, I think he'd be drawn a little older. Yeah, this is a Raido episode now.
I love Raido.
Because I hate Osei.
Oh, well, we're going to talk about Osei today, eventually.
I have an irrational hate of Osei.
Can you explain why before? Well, yeah, actually, you know, that's kind of one of our early subjects, so let's just move on to that.
Well, I think it's, I just want to say, I think it's irrational. Don't get me wrong. You can be like, there's no reason for you to hate Osei. Yeah, I don't think there is a reason for me to hate Osei. I think it just is his design, and I want the furry to wear pants and not whatever that cock plate is.
We're going to talk about that
so
cock plate.
I actually prefer that Chinese censor.
Oh my god, are we going to talk about that?
Except for his face.
So, is this part of our segment of what do we first think of when we hear the name Osei?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was your answer? Just you having a rant about how much you hate him?
I just have an irrational hate of, I just want him to wear pants. I would prefer him to either have nothing or pants.
Just be a Ken doll or have pants.
Yeah. Heckin' Tonkays doesn't bother me. He doesn't wear pants.
Okay. So even if I jump ahead in my script and say that it is from something, it is a direct reference to something, that still doesn't make it better?
No.
Okay, well...
What is it attached to other than his cock?
Oh yeah, he holds it up with his penis.
His giant throbbing cock.
Yes.
Why do cocks come up in every episode of this podcast? Every time.
I need like a rooster soundboard every time it happens. Like, oh, yep, there's that penis joke again.
Oh god, that would be awful.
That was terrible. It didn't even sound
well, you did a whole
like
episode where you were a chicken. Why don't you just make some gobbling sounds? And
now you're referencing some really obscure videos of mine. We need to move on. So I guess when I think of Osei, right now, I think of the manga and the accompanying OVA for Shin Megami Tensei Tokyo Revelation, where Osei is the main antagonist.
Is he giant in the OVA? I thought I remember him being giant.
Yeah, we watched it together, and then independently, before this episode, I wanted to read all of the manga, and I did. And yes, Osei, when he eventually gets summoned, he is enormous.
Is this the manga
he's
with
like a kaiju.
With the girl that has tits in her armpits?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we were making fun of that earlier. I was reading it at that point. It's a long manga. It's like, I want to say it's only 4 volumes, but it took a long time for me to read on my phone.
The OVA is only like an hour and a half long.
It took a long time for me to read on my phone. Through only short bits and reading a few pages at a time.
I think what I'm getting at is the art is not great.
It's very 90s art, and there's some points where it looks pretty good. It's got its own style. Like, we talked about how Cerberus had a very interesting style to it, and I think it's good, because it's kind of based on the original Megami Tensei and not Shin Megami Tensei, even though this is a Shin Megami Tensei story. But the designs are a little weird. And Osei looks a little bit more like he does today than he did in his Megami Tensei days. Shin Megami Tensei is his first appearance. I guess I'll get into that.
Wait, Megami Tensei or Shin Megami Tensei?
Okay, Cerberus in Shin Megami Tensei Tokyo Revelation looks like his Megami Tensei design.
Okay.
He doesn't really look like his Shin Megami Tensei look.
Okay.
But Osei appeared first in Shin Megami Tensei, and I'm going to explain this a little bit later. Obviously, this is like my whole segment. Osei doesn't really look like his Shin Megami Tensei look. He looks like what he's going to look like later, kind of.
Okay.
You remember, he got really giant. He looked like a leopard.
I remember him looking giant. That's about what I got.
Yeah, he also fused at one point with Gagasin, or Gagasin, I think is what it was said as. It's a demon who, I don't know if I think he appeared once in like one game, but he has a pretty large role in this OVA and manga, and he eventually fuses with Osei, and they kind of become one visual thing. So like Osei gets giant bat wings and a weird beak. Yeah.
This is where he was getting his cock plate.
No.
I just want to say cock plate many times.
There's a word for it. We'll get to it.
Is it cock plate?
No, it's not cock plate.
That's what it is.
I'm going to need this rooster soundboard. So let's first talk about Osei as he appears in SMT. Osei is a he, right? Like, I mean, look at that dick.
Yes, Osei is a man.
I would be a little weird if it was like a
Actually, Osei's not a man. He's a leopard.
He's a leopard man.
No, he's just a leopard.
So, well, it said half man. So
no,
if it's
he's not half man. He can turn into a man. It's different.
Oh boy, his lore's going to be messed up, isn't it?
I didn't think so, to be honest.
Well, they want him to be half, Osei has been around since the first Shin Megami Tensei, and though he doesn't have a large role in the game, he got a huge role as the main antagonist in the manga and OVA I just mentioned. For the most part, Osei has become a staple demon in the series, unlike most of the demons of the Ars Goetia, which Kim and I were talking about between episodes, and she was asking while looking up some of these demons, because a lot of them were coming up in your Osei research. You were saying, there's no way they're all actually an SMT. And from my research, yes, they are. They don't all have huge roles. They're not like Andras or Osei, Dekarabia. They don't have giant roles and show up in almost every game. Some of them do, but most don't. Most of them you would look through the actual Ars Goetia and go who the heck are these characters? Oh, Bareth, I know that one. And then you would go right back to not knowing what's going on. So we mentioned a lot about the design, so let's just move into that. Osei's design is pretty consistent over the years for how simple that lore description was. Nowhere in there said anything about a leopard with a sword in each hand, but that's what we get.
I don't know where these swords come from either.
It also says nothing about a large collared cape that's green on the outside and red on the inside. So unless I say otherwise, expect this to just be the base for every Osei design. In SMT1, Osei has a stylish full white beard and mustache with sideburns. Huge sideburns.
That's just an old man.
It's an old man. They're very white. His white sideburns.
I mean, maybe he's leopard shape.
He doesn't have leopard spots, so maybe this weird pattern on his head is supposed to be the leopard spots? Because he has four symmetrical dots just placed on his head.
I might have an explanation for his big white beard, though. Well, I don't want to ruin my segment.
Okay, just remember, he's got a big white beard. He'll never have it again. It's gonna go away. Anyway, he's got studs on his cape and 2 curved swords for some reason. But hey, he had to start somewhere. Technically, from here, we get that manga/OVA SMT Tokyo Revelation, where Osei appears as a clear leopard man this time. He can appear and disappear at will, melding through walls and floors. And in the OVA, he is also colored purple and magenta, because that's what leopards look like. Now, in the manga, he looks way more like the Osei that we know and expect. So next up, in SMT3, Osei got a redesign and a bit of a comeback after missing out on 2. Now he's got the stable design we all know him as today. His beard is no more, and this time his weapons are 2 golden straight longswords with ornate golden balls on the tips of the blades, kind of making the blade useless, it can't cut anything. They don't really look sharp anymore. I don't know, maybe it has some sort of
for stabbing,
relevance.
They're for slashing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I have no, good point. The handles are long, teal green, and ribbed, and the swords themselves rest on his back until drawn, like Cloud Strife or something. I don't know, they have giant magnets or something in his back.
That's how it always works.
He is now certainly a leopard and has teal green eyes to match his swords. His neck must also be outrageously long, for his high-collared cape is now even taller than before. Last but certainly not least is a comically strange white-winged codpiece, that's the word, that Osei is wearing to cover his cock.
Is that different than cockpiece?
It's the word. It's the actual word.
How is cockplate different than codplate? Is that what you said?
Codpiece. Like a fish.
That is not much better than cockplate.
I'm sorry, but you know what? I thought you'd be proud of me for all the times I messed up words. This time, I made sure I researched the correct one, and you know what? By doing that, it helped me figure out what I'm about to tell you, and I am excited to tell you. It's something that justifies Osei's ridiculous cockplate.
Hey, you said cockplate that time.
I did. Did you know that this design actually originates from somewhere? Kim, it is time for your quiz question. Which of these 80s movies, based on novels, is the adaptation where Osei's peculiar crotch guard originates? A. The Princess Bride. B. Dune. C. Blade Runner. Or D. Pet Cemetery.
How do any of these have to do with Osei?
Well, one of them has this exact crotch guard, codpiece, depicted very clearly in the film.
I'm going with The Princess Bride.
No. That would have been, I mean, that kind of checks out for that movie. That's why
I know, that's why I said it.
That's why I included it. It was actually kind of fun trying to figure out, like, how many novels were turned into movies during this very particular time period. But no, I haven't seen this movie, and neither has Kim, so I knew this wasn't going to work out. Of this list, I have only personally seen The Princess Bride and Blade Runner. And Kim, what have you seen of these?
I have only seen Blade Runner.
Okay, so yeah, now the answer was B, Dune.
Yeah.
There was an adaptation of Dune.
I mean, people love Dune, so
Yeah,
I feel like
in the
I
80s.
should. People love the book Dune. People love the movies Dune.
Yeah, just because there was a modern movie doesn't mean there wasn't an older one. So that's what I was learning about. I didn't even realize there was another Dune movie.
Yeah.
So the villain, and I'm going to screw this name up, Fade Routha, played by Sting, wears the exact same strange winged codpiece. But why does Osei wear this odd reference? I have absolutely no idea. That's just where it comes from.
Well,
but it is exactly the same thing.
So you were telling me about this earlier, and I was like, oh, so it should come up in my lore what this is from. But I am not specifically, like, I'm glad you're looking these parts up, because you're just like, well, I gotta look up and
well, I
see
know
what
you weren't
his...
gonna, yeah.
Yeah, because it's not in his lore.
No. No, there's no reason that I know of that Osei has any relation to Dune whatsoever.
I mean, you also did the same with a few of our other demons, like Angel and Lilith.
Yeah, sometimes they're based on movies. Baphomet did it too.
Yeah.
Whenever they're connected to something in real life that, like, their in-game design is doing that I know their lore is not up to, I'm gonna look it up. So this one was something that I had to know, and apparently this is a famous piece in the movie. People, like, wanted to put it up for auction and buy it, but reportedly, from what I understand, Sting is not letting go of this thing and is keeping it.
So weird.
Yes, it's weird. It's extremely weird. Now, the only difference between this and the one that we know Osei wearing is Osei's is white, and the one that is in the movie is, from what I've seen, it's like a dark navy.
That's a pretty big difference.
But it is the exact same design.
Oh, lordy. I didn't need to see that. Why are there so many detailed drawings?
I'm telling you, this is where it comes from. I was not making it up.
I thought, like, Osei's had, like, a weird hole in the front of it. I didn't need to see this
There's
today.
a hole in the front.
That's what I thought it looked like on Osei.
You're thinking of Kum Honda. Kum Honda has that
No,
weird
he's
reverse
got
pelvis with the hole in the front.
He's got a vagina.
You could call it that, but it's circular. Vaginas ain't circles.
No, I thought it had a different structure to it on the front, but I guess not. Okay, fine. I didn't need to see Sting and a cod piece today.
No, and now you can all look that up too. Just look up
Everybody,
Dune cod piece.
Okay, I'm gonna just assume everybody listening to this probably watched Dune because it's a very popular.
Even though neither of us have.
Yeah, we don't watch movies.
Yeah. This is the 80s one. This is not
I just
the new
now
one.
watched The Thing the other week.
I love that movie so much. I finally got her to watch it.
We don't watch movies.
No, we don't. We want to watch more, but we make a podcast instead.
Yeah, we make a podcast instead, and then we just pick up movies from like the 80s and early 2000s and watch them.
Anyway, moving on. For the most part, this is exactly what Osei looks like from here on out, even up to Persona 5X. However, once again, if you're unfortunate enough to live in China, you'll instead have a censored Osei. Granted, if you live in China, I doubt you're listening to us anyway, but hey, it's possible.
Unfortunate? Is that the right word?
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like you should be wearing pants.
Well, I think just living in China, you're unfortunate, in general.
You're fortunate if you get to be alive in China.
Yeah, if you get to be alive in China and you have a VPN that lets you even listen to this show, you probably understand why you shouldn't be living in China.
Anyway, enough picking on China. I think he should wear pants, and I know that's not the big problem we're talking about with his
That's
Chinese
not what
design.
Sting wears in Dune.
I didn't need to see that. I did not need to see that.
So anyway, the censored Osei adds shorty shorts painted on his thighs just like Hecatoncheires.
No, they're like Bermuda shorts. They're not shorty shorts.
Okay, fine. They are like Bermuda shorts. They go a little above and below. This is something that is par for the course in silly censorships we've seen from Persona 5X. But that is not all that's changed. Osei now has a completely different, more meow, cat-like face. He looks less feral leopard and more like an angry furry kitten.
Did you figure out why that got changed?
No. I tried looking this up and I could not find anything. You know, my best guess, and this is really reaching and stupid, I know that in China, their leader, I don't remember his name, he is like super against Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah,
and
I
everything
thought you
about
were
Winnie the
going
Pooh
to
because
Winnie the
people
Pooh.
make Winnie the Pooh jokes about him. And then I looked at Osei and I'm like, did he look too much like Winnie the Pooh in the face that they had to change him to like, no, it is a cat. It is not Winnie the Pooh. I have no idea.
I thought it was a weird, like, sexual face thing, but I think his new face looks more sexual than his feral regular face, right?
Oh yeah, of course. Does this mean someone on the Chinese censorship board was aroused by Osei's face? Was he too sexy? I need answers.
But now he looks like
know.
he's got more of like a low orgasm face, whereas the first time I feel like he didn't as much.
He looks more like someone sticking a spoon up his butthole, and he's like, ah. You know, instead of Osei before just going, hey.
I didn't need to hear that. I hate Osei.
Going back to Osei and SMT3, we also get a completely different design exclusive to the Ball Avatar boss encounter. After her health drops below half, the boss will summon Osei Halil and Floros Halil. These are both supposedly forms that they take when their heavenly angelic powers are restored directly by God. God in this case could mean Ball in terms of lore, but I'm not sure. So what does Osei Halil look like? Well, imagine Osei in all white, black spots, and a large set of angel wings instead of a cape, and a second pair of smaller wings covering his crotch to look kind of like the codpiece.
Yeah.
He also tops it all off with a golden halo above his head, and my favorite addition is the fact that he still has a high collar, but this time it's made of angel wings that go straight up from his neck. Totally impractical except for referencing his original design. It is silly, but technically still Osei. But speaking of Floros, Osei and Floros actually used to share a sprite back in the Super Famicom.
I've never seen this Floros Halil before, by the way. I know this is not an episode of Floros, but I had to see it.
Yeah, well, if you got farther in SMT3, it's a scary boss fight. Well, we will talk about it.
You know what? Floros is another one of those I just hate irrationally.
Why? What's wrong with Floros?
Why is his face on his chest?
I don't know. He's got freaking smokestacks for shoulders.
It's the weirdest thing.
It's Atlas. So now, though Osei would retain this look of this shared sprite that they had on the Super Famicom, Floros would develop his own design later, and this could explain why Osei doesn't exactly match his lore description on how he's supposed to look. He's an odd amalgamation of himself and Floros at the same time, and they stuck with the design for him, but Floros got the new look.
Okay.
So it's just by sheer coincidence that Ball Avatar happens to summon angelic versions of both of these demons that used to basically be the same thing.
But they're both Archguatia demons, right?
I don't think Floros is an Archguatia demon. I could
think
be wrong.
he is.
I don't think so. Fact check.
He is?
He is. Oh, I'm wrong. Okay, yep. Floros is also
I thought
an
I read
Archguatia
his name.
demon.
I thought I read his name in that book that we don't own.
Want to hear about some other weird Osei designs over the years? Well, too bad, we're doing it anyway. In Last Bible 3, Osei looks like a literal half-man, half-beast.
No, he doesn't look half. He looks like a man wearing a fur costume.
Yes, he looks like a caveman wearing a leopard pelt for a hat. The arms are sleeves, and he has Fred Flintstone shorts, which are like ripped ankle things going on his feet.
That is a loincloth.
He's got a loincloth. I was going to say some of it looks like it ripped and it fell down to his ankles. But yeah, it's super weird. But also, he has werewolf feet for some reason. It is a different look. No swords or cape, but it's not exactly exciting or offensive. Unless you find his thick white sideburns offensive, which are back, by the way. In Majin Tensei 2 Spiral Nemesis, Osei is purple with a yellow gold cape. Weird, but not exactly hurting my eyes. Instead, what does hurt my eyes is this abomination from everybody's favorite ugly design factory, Demi-Kids.
Hold on.
Yeah?
This is a Spiral Nemesis one. Is it navy blue? Is the codpiece navy blue?
Oh, it is, yeah. Why, it's the more accurate
It's
codpiece.
the more accurate one.
All right, so the most accurate Osei is apparently from Majin Tensei Spiral Nemesis. But yes, do you want to hear about the abomination from Demikid? Sounds like you haven't found it yet.
Yeah, I don't see it on here. I'm trying
Because it doesn't look like Osei.
I try to look through these as you're talking about them, so I have an idea of what we're looking at.
And we hear her live reactions as she sees these hideous designs.
On here. Okay, wait.
As you might expect, Demikids created an abomination. This time, Osei looks like a bipedal blue Digimon panther with obscenely long claws in hopes of impressing someone at Guinness World Records. He wears what I can only describe as a purple and yellow armored clown suit with oversized shoulder shield cape things. It looks truly horrible.
It looks like...
Kim thought that modern Osei was a hateable design, but she didn't know the true depths that Demikids frequently sinks to.
This just looks like War Greymon. Imagine War Greymon, and that's Osei in this game.
with different colors. He looks like he's wearing a clown suit.
This is a Digimon.
Yes, it is a Digimon. To be fair, Demikids kinda turns everything into a Digimon. As for combat, Osei has some relatively consistent stats. He is a powerful physical attacker with high strength. Generally, his other stats are rounded, but occasionally he will also excel at something else like vitality or agility. It is rare that I get to use the word always, so let's all relish in this moment here together. Osei is always of the fallen race, and is always chaos aligned.
Lilith wasn't even this, like...
No, this is...
stable.
Yeah, and he's been around for a long time, and he has not changed. Osei's moves, however, are kind of various throughout the years. You can expect Osei to come with some sort of physical attacks like Blight, Critical Wave, or Javelin Rain. He also has some way to mess with his stats with moves like Rakukaja or Dekunda. He's also been known to occasionally use Tetrakarn and Makarakarn. When he gets an ability, it's paw-to-paw combat, a way to buff his damage if he is teamed up with another demon with paw-to-paw combat. Basically, if you get the cats together, they scratch harder.
Meow. I don't like that they call it that.
Yeah, it's a little weird. Osei usually has a superiority complex that causes him to act like a violent jerk whenever you try and negotiate with him.
That's why I hate him.
The way he talks. He thinks he is way stronger than you no matter your level, even though he is somewhere between mid-game to late-game demon. Sure, he's pretty strong, but he's not all that strong. But what makes Osei Halil unique mechanically? Well, he's obnoxious. He has the same physical strength and stat manipulation and Tetrakarn effects that we expect, but he can also cast full heals in a boss fight, use Dragon Eye, which is the most outrageous move in SMT3, giving the enemy 4 more press turns.
How do you win against that?
You just suck it up and say, alright, the game is allowed to cheat. It just does this sometimes.
You just guard and never attack?
How would you can't guard because you don't know when it's going to happen.
How do you win?
You just somehow keep going. SMT3 is really mean.
I don't want to keep playing that game.
So in the Ball Avatar boss fight, either he needs to die immediately or Ball does. Outside of that, if we move on to SMT5, you can find groups of the Leopard Men roaming the destroyed Tokyo together in the overworld. They will charge you on sight, so be careful. But what about his story integration? Well, yeah, about that. His inclusions aren't very big. He is a boss in SMT3 in the Assembly of Nihilo, but only because he was summoned by his master Hikawa to fight the Demi-Fiend. He's also a boss summoned to fight your party in SMT4, guarding the third terminal, but once again, he's just kind of filling a role of a boss to fight.
But he sounds like he's such a big overarching villain for SMT, I feel like.
He was, like, in that OVA.
Yeah,
you know,
in the old
manga.
days, yeah.
In Persona 5, in what might be the most frustrating side boss, the shadow of Yoshikuni Nijima, the kid who was cheating at the arcades, takes the form of Osei when the party confronts him in Mementos. But since he's a cheater, he's nearly impossible to strike, causing you to retreat and come up with a different plan to make him vulnerable.
Is this why I hate Osei?
Yeah, maybe. Once you learn how to deal with him, you can take him out in one all-out attack. So technically he's not a boss, he's just a nuisance, but it's obnoxious. Any of the bosses in Mementos that force you to go back into Mementos a second day,
it's awful.
It wastes your day. Yeah, it sucks. So how about instead I give you a completely off-the-cuff synopsis of that manga OVA that Osei stars in instead.
Okay.
Let's just get this out of the way at the get-go. both the manga and the OVA are quite different, to the extent that I'm only going to talk about the similarities and not bother with all of the differences. We are just here for the Leopard Man anyways. Secondly, there's a lot of named characters that do not matter, or exist just to fulfill some convoluted plot. Just know that there's a ton of characters, but we're only going to follow one. Soma, the high schooler conveniently into the occult. And yes, that is a funny name for a character in SMT.
I thought you were going to say we're here for one character, and that's Osei.
It's Osei. Well, the only character that we need to know of, if we're going to talk about the story, is the main character, and it would be Soma. So he's just a high schooler conveniently into the occult, and also kind of ends up being the chosen one by Masakado. But we're already getting ahead of ourselves. So Osei yearns to be unleashed upon the world, so he begins manipulating various characters, don't worry about it, to get him to gather magnetite in order to make up this form. Soma and his friends catch wind of this operation and do everything they can to fight back against Osei's minions and gain strength. One such demon they recruit on their own is Cerberus, who we've covered from this story before. Tsuchigumo, Kobold, Pixie, and Gagasen also all make appearances. Also, one last thing to mention about this manga/OVA, both are extremely horny. Women are always getting their clothes ripped off, chests exposed, or possessed by demons into becoming sex-crazed succubus.
It's the 90s anime and manga.
It's worse in the manga, so if you're in it to try to find more of that kinky stuff, the manga's for you. But also, we mentioned oranges in the armpits. It's not drawn very well. It's only weird because the main characters all ignore it like this is totally normal. Like, a character bursts into a room, and there's basically an orgy going on, and all the girls have, like, bat wings and stuff, and he's just like, oh, wow, succubus? I suspected something. And he just, like, leaves. And you're like, that was a rather collected response to what you just walked in on. And this happens constantly. Sometimes it's even, like, main characters who get possessed or their clothes gets ripped off, and the other male main characters, high schoolers, are all just, like, being perfectly normal about this. And, oh, listen, let me take off my coat and cover her up and carry her somewhere safe. And you're like, what are you doing? No, you would not. They're high schoolers. No, they wouldn't. So eventually, after a lot of smut goes on and a lot of, smut in both terms, SMT smut, and also smut as in the clothes off kind. After a lot of smut happens, Osei is summoned anyway, and through plot armor and the power of Cerberus and Masakado on his side, Soma, now awakened as Masakado himself because he had plot armor, is able to defeat the demon for good as well as all of his subordinates. I wouldn't call it a compelling story, it's pretty sloppy and stereotypical, but the fact that it's so edgy and weird makes it pretty enjoyable.
I don't know, I kind of liked the OVA.
Yeah, it was still pretty enjoyable, but like I wouldn't say it was a great story, especially going through the manga, because the manga has so much more convolution to it. The OVA spends more time in the fights and stuff like that, because, you know, that's what you want to get to.
That's the animation.
Yeah, that's like 6 pages in the manga. Oh. Yeah, it's not a lot. Plus, it's still a crazy old adaptation of a Super Famicom game, which alone makes it worth your time reading, I think. We don't have enough of those for any games that are this old. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we will dive into the lore of that codpiece.
Os.
It's the magical Christmas season, and the greatest gift that you can give to the lovely people who brought you Demonica is a 5-star review on your podcast platform of choice. It'll definitely jingle our bells. Every 5-star review makes us have a white Christmas.
Get us a little bit closer to buying that codpiece.
I will slowly bid my way into buying Osei's codpiece from Sting.
That was a horrible ad.
If we can reach 1,000 5-star reviews, I will post a picture of myself wearing the Osei codpiece.
Are you becoming Zap Brannigan?
I will not do that.
But we can try anyway.
That was a horrible ad break. We're going back.
Go back to the show already. And we're back with more Demonica. Let's not talk about what just happened. Now it is time to ask the question, Kim! Who or what is Osei?
A cat.
All right. Thanks for listening to this episode of Demonica. Do we need to say any more about him, actually?
No, he's just a cat.
Oh, really? Yeah. Like, is it just a cat? Because if it's just a cat, like, we could have named our cat Osei if it was just a cat.
No, but I hate it.
I'm guessing other, like, getting way ahead of your script, I'm guessing that other popular media had a cat character and just named it Osei, and you had to include it.
Actually, I don't think so. That didn't happen as often. Usually when it's Osei, it's Osei.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Osei is the 57th demon in the Ars Goetia,
They're numbered like Pokemon. Isn't that cute?
and is the great president of hell.
He was elected.
Commanding,
Good for him.
commanding several legions of demons below him.
Oh, so pigs, basically.
Stop! I'm re-saying this. I'm just gonna take that out.
No, I'm not.
I said ham!
I edit this show.
And I said ham! Commanding several legions of demons below him. And is...
Him.
I said him!
Okay, you continue.
Is closely tied to liberal sciences,
Oh, so he's a Democratic president.
manipulation,
He's definitely... No, actually, no, he's both.
temptation,
Oh,
and is considered a master of disguise.
Oh, he can transform to his summoner's desire temporarily, is what the intro thing was?
It. Yeah, we'll get to it. Just to recap, because we keep saying that wonderful title, the Ars Goetia.
Yeah.
The Ars Goetia is part of the Lesser Key of Solomon grimoire and is a list of demons that were said to have served King Solomon.
But you already know that because you listened to the Eligor episode, right?
I'm probably going to put this in every single Ars Goetia demon episode.
We probably
just
should.
So we don't
never know
forget.
which episode is going to be your first one. Also, looking at the episode's analytics and stuff, the Eligor one is one of the least listened to ones. So I would definitely give that one a listen. We spent a lot of time talking about the Ars
I
Goetia in
just
that.
don't. Yeah, we did. We did. I think it would be helpful to listen to that before listening to Osei, to be honest.
Or
that way
any
you know.
of the other 70-something demons we're going to
Yeah.
talk about. Because we will cover all of them.
So I do want to say, I think Osei sounds a little bit more dangerous than Eligor. Because remember, Eligor was almost like this honorable knight in some kind of way,
Yeah, he
you
didn't
know?
seem that bad.
When he is first summoned, he appears as a leopard. Sometimes he's said to have had lion-like features as well. So this is where I was thinking about that old man kind of design with like a beard.
like
It
a
was like a
mane,
mane
kind of like a
kind of
mane.
situation. Who then transforms into a man, though he cannot maintain the human form for long. It is said that he can also briefly take on shapes of other creatures after being summoned, but only for a short period of time, and he can even transform other people into different creatures according to the summoner's wishes, with the target often remaining completely unaware of the change.
So, I believe it's just in the OVA this happens because the fight is drawn out and it's not so much in the manga. But in Shin Megami Tensei Tokyo Revelation, once again, Osei, as I mentioned at the top of this episode, he transforms into like this weird mix of him and Gygason. Like they kind of fuse, but not in SMT terms of fusion. They actually like kind of combine. They're gonna combine like Gurren Lagann, like that.
Okay.
And so is that kind of what you mean?
I don't think so, because that's combining and he is just disguising, like illusionary.
Okay.
More
He's
than
more of a
anything
trickster.
else. Yeah. Kind of from what I was reading, I was like, he's almost like a Loki-like demon in a way.
If he's a Pokemon, he sounds more like Zoroark. Like, why doesn't
Yeah.
he, in the field, disguise himself as a different demon? You know, that'd be really interesting. In SMT5, you see, like, Alice.
I would be so mad.
Yeah, and you'd go and you hit Alice, and you're like, whoa, you get into combat after you hit Alice one time, and you're like, oh my gosh, I thought you were weak to light, but instead it was Osei who... Did I not cover that? Oops.
Good job.
Hold up.
I thought your section was missing something.
I am really glad I said that in Random Tangent because it just reminded me of the section that I forgot to cover.
Wait, are you just really going to put your section in the middle of my section?
Yes, I will. What else am I supposed to do?
Just forget about it and move on.
Alright, SMT4 he resists dark, and then like a bunch of status ailments. Same in 4 Apocalypse. And in 5 he blocks dark. So yeah, never mind. That Alice disguise wouldn't really be helping him at all. However, his weakness in SMT5 is fire. He also nulls ice for some reason. But the only consistent thing I'm seeing on here is that he usually blocks dark. Alright, there we go. I covered it.
Okay. He can also bring temporary insanity to any person the summoner chooses,
Yeah, it was me. It was me.
making them outwardly act completely normal to themselves while appearing completely unhinged to others.
You know, that really checks out with that OVA. Because it was like a bunch of high school students acting completely insane, but everyone was, like I was just saying...
Acting normal.
Like, acting normal. Like
Yeah.
thinking, oh yeah, this is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see a bunch of teenage girls having sex with
Having an orgy.
an orgy with the principal of the school, you know? And like, this happens every day.
Anyway, this brings us to our pop quiz.
Oh, orgies. Yeah, I can answer this one.
It's a small pop quiz.
It's
just a random
It's a tiny, 4 inches or smaller pop quiz.
does have a downside.
Yeah.
Delusions are only temporary.
Okay.
How long do they last?
All right.
We got A, 1 hour, B, 57 hours, or C, 100 days.
I'm going to say, based on the OVA being the only instance of this ever happening that I'm aware of, I'm going to say an hour.
Correct.
Oh, good.
It is 1 hour. This is Osei's downside.
Well, it lasted long enough for him to get that OVA out of the way.
I was looking for a little bit more clarification, as this feels like there's like 2 instances are kind of related, like the changing into a different creature and you not knowing that you've changed, but also the insanity, but you think you're normal.
A lot going into that. If that lasted for like 57 days, that's outrageously powerful.
I said 57 hours because he's the 57th demon in the Archguatia.
Oh, I didn't put that together.
Thanks for listening.
No, listen, I just,
I've also read that he can make someone believe that they are royalty, as like an example, and causing them to act the part, and as a result appear completely insane to anybody watching.
An Emperor's New Clothes kind of craziness.
Yeah, exactly. Osei is associated with giving people the ability to find hidden objects and can influence their thoughts. As such, helping someone uncover lost treasures or nudging a person to think in a certain way without them realizing it. Of course, this would be under the command of his summoner, if he wants to influence somebody to think a certain way or vote a certain way.
This sounds
President of Hell.
Yeah, he is the president. Yeah, but this sounds exactly like the kind of demon you want on your side in a Raido Kuzunoa game, where you're walking around Tokyo with a demon and you want to manipulate somebody's thoughts so that you can hear what they're thinking or do stuff to solve your case and whatnot. Mm-hmm. He could definitely influence a lot of that stuff.
So, of course, these abilities aren't the whole story, because Osei's status in Hell is equally as impressive and confusing. He's classified as one of the great dukes of Hell and holds the title as the president of Hell. I don't know how you can be a president and a duke, but he does it.
I was just going to ask you. That doesn't make any sense at all.
And keep in mind, Eligor is also a duke.
Right.
So they're on the same level.
So maybe he was a duke and then got elected president and is still holding on to his dukedom, which is a word now, and he's President Duke. Is that possible?
Okay, so this might help explain it. No, this does not make him the one and only president of Hell. There are several presidents of Hell.
Well, there's several presidents of Earth.
In the Archguatia, they're used more as titles and names to denote their power over other demons. It's more like just part of their hierarchy is president versus an elected official.
Oh, man.
I know.
I wanted all the little gremlins in Hell to be, casting their ballots and,
I know.
yelling at each other in the line,
we need to make sure that we legalize pot in Hell because it's hot down here and I really need to get high. My back hurts shoveling all this coal. I need my oils for my back.
We did say that Osei controls several legions of Ham, apparently. So how many different demons does he control? Which is
2 pop quizzes?
No.
Oh.
That was a rhetorical question.
Oh, okay. 2,000.
It's a tough question to answer, because some say 3 legions and others say 30 legions. It seems most people can agree on the 30 legions. Keep in mind, a legion is about 6,000 demons for a grand total of 180,000 demons.
That's a lot.
So that led me to thinking, do any of these demons report to Osei? Or are any of the Archguatia demons reporting to Osei? I'm trying to figure out a hierarchy.
That's not a lot. Because if he's the president, that's the tiniest country.
180,000.
180,000. Think about that as just a country. That's a small city.
He's not an elected official.
That's a very small city.
Yeah, it is a very small city.
It's a very small city. The first I was that's a lot. It's expecting a war or something. If every single one of them is coming to fight you.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're considered a legion. So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
However, if that's he's the president, and that's everybody who's voting.
I should never have said president to you. That is not how they're using the word president. Anyway, I was trying to look up to see if any of the Archglacia demons reported to him or any other demons in SMT also report to him, and I'm excited to report that the answer is yes.
Oh, good. What if you get multiples on your team in SMT and have them talk to each other?
Hey, boss, what's going on over there?
I found out the
No
name.
hard feelings that I voted for Andras.
I found out the names of the demons. I don't think they're in the Archglacia,
Oh.
and they are not in SMT.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little disappointing. Their names are Agrilat, Bevilios, and Olavban.
Would it be Bevelios?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. We don't know.
I didn't really look it up. They were very little concern to me. But these, I mean, I couldn't find anything specific on each one of these demons, so I couldn't really, look them up. They're really just known to command his legions. Like, they're his second in command.
Okay. Well,
But there's, no information on them at all, which was very disappointing. Apparently, they're just known for illusions and warfare. I was really disappointed that rabbit hole didn't go very deep. You know, when you're like,
I haven't done anything.
Where I'm like, oh, I've really come across something here. Look at all these names. I can find some in it. No information.
This is so much better than Gary McCullough. Oh, wait, no, it's not.
Beyond his powers and position in hell, Osei also teaches liberal sciences.
At the local hell university?
It makes him sound like a way more scholarly demon.
Welcome to the Infernal Institute. I am Osei, your professor.
Call me Professor O.
From my understanding, he's more teaching people who summon him. He will, tutor you. If you need help with the liberal sciences, summon Osei.
Today we're going to look at the Bohr's model of the atomic atom.
Thanks, Osei. My man.
This is obsolete.
Also, some texts describe him as a fallen angel, which is where we get that
Hallel?
That
Osei
Hallel form.
I think I was saying it right.
So yeah, Osei.
Who the Hallel knows?
So Osei is described sometimes as a fallen angel, although I'm not sure what his angel name would have been, but I'm leaning towards maybe it didn't have a name, and this just kind of explains his more angelic appearance, in the Hillel thing. And if you're ever in need of protection against Osei, you're going to pray to Saint Bartholomew, known for curing illnesses and skin ailments, or Saint Michael, known for battling temptation.
Okay, St. Michael I can see being on a high level, you're countering tons of legions of hell, but the skin cream guy?
It's okay, it's not like battling demons of hell. It's more about somebody is using this demon to curse me, and I need to repel this curse on me from the demon, so I'm gonna pray to these saints.
So the skin cream stops you from the Osei illusions and the thinking everything is okay when you walk into an orgy.
Yes.
Okay. The anti-orgy skin cream. I need some of that stuff.
And lastly, Osei's name comes from Latin os, meaning mouth.
Wait, it did? It did! It was os!
Or
Psych!
Or osor, but os is just spelled os.
Yeah.
Osei is O-S-E. Or it also comes from the word osor, meaning that who abhors.
Who abhors?
Mm-hmm. I also found nothing about cockplates and swords in his description, so I'm glad you kind of went over the cockplates and swords. So.
Yes. Now
Actually, no, the
I
swords.
did not go over the swords. I was
nothing on sword. I mean, he's a commander. He's a I don't.
He's a president, so he has two swords, of course.
This one is President of Hell, and this one is
for
Duke of Hell.
Let me introduce you to my two friends.
So, because we're doing the Archglacia, I'm going to add a new segment. How to summon your own demon.
Yeah, we should have done this earlier with Eligor. His episode kind of needed a little more beef to it.
I know. I was just, honestly, I was scared to write out how to summon a demon and have somebody else summon a demon. So, that brings us to...
She wanted me to make a little tagline to say,
it's a disclaimer.
Like a disclaimer to warn you all.
Welcome to the Cathedral of Shadows, where demons gather. We're about to read some very real demon summoning incantations. Please note that Demonica does not condone nor accept responsibility for any demons, ghosts, cryptids, bad smells, flickering lights, moving furniture, chanting Latin, or miscellaneous entities, magical or otherwise, that may result from the following tomfoolery.
Thank you.
There, did I do a good?
Yeah, now we can't be sued.
Exactly. So we're sorry if Kim reads this and something starts moving in your house. Or a
I
leopard
mean,
head
I'm
appears out of
hoping I
nowhere.
can just read it and not actually perform the ritual and have nothing happen.
I don't know, like, if you're watching the video form of this, there is a spinning summoning circle right there. And if you're watching on Spotify or you have any picture of this thumbnail pulled up whatsoever, you see it.
Well, I feel like
And Jose's in the middle.
crap.
Couldn't be doing it anymore.
Reading this description of summoning a demon, I feel like the Archguatia demon summonings is very similar to what we do with the Cathedral of Shadows and things like that. So I think it's kind of based off of...
Yeah, with giant penis pillars in the background of a blue-robed man who has one hand raised.
Sort of.
Okay.
No.
The blue man?
Okay, no, let's move on. Let's just summon our demon.
All right.
Please don't follow along at home.
All right. Sound effects.
I'm going to read from the website occultist.net for the exact ritual. Watch you just like delete this whole section. We can't put that on there.
This is all redacted. Redacted.
So, first for preparation, on the day of the ritual, limit unnecessary speech and keep your thoughts guarded, as if already under a vow of magical silence.
I will never successfully summon Jose.
We are never going to get through this. Hold on. Purify with a ritual bath in which black salt and bay leaves have been steeped, visualizing the water sealing away any unwanted influences in your mind.
Okay, I'm going to imagine this bath.
Altar arrangements. Face the altar east. Cover it with a cloth split diagonally. 1/2 yellow, 1/2 black. This symbolizes both truth and concealment. Place at the center of a black scrying mirror angled slightly towards you with Osei's sigil drawn. Alex, if you can please bring up Osei's sigil. It's sigil. I'm correct. I just like having Alex describe pictures to you. It's my new favorite thing.
Okay, this one's really silly. So, once again, it's just a circle, and around the inner rim, you know how the English Shin Megami Tensei logo, like, it has, like, writing around the circle, and it literally just says Shin Megami Tensei SMT. This one just says O-S-E. That's it. Like, O-say. And then inside of there is a Cheez-It with a bunch of lines and polka dots on it. I really don't know what to tell you other than it's a Cheez-It. You can look it up. Osei's sigil is a Cheez-It inside of the middle of a bunch of lines. There's like an Ankh shape.
There's like Ankhs in it.
Yeah, there's an Ankh under it. There's a couple triangles down where his
cod piece is.
That I was looking for the word there. Yeah, that's about it. But yeah, it's the word Osei on a coin around a Cheez-It.
Well, anyway, so you're going to take that. Okay, you're going to draw Osei's sigil in silver ink beneath your scrying mirror. Okay?
All right.
To the left, place a yellow candle. To the right, a black candle. Position your athamane.
Like black wax?
Yeah, black candle, yellow candle. Place your athamane before the mirror. I don't know what that is.
What's athamane?
I didn't feel like looking it up.
Okay.
Place your athamane.
Figure out what that is.
You're going to place that before the mirror. And
I'm sure you'll find it at the grocery store.
Silver hand mirror beside it. Burn storanx mixed with pinch of clove.
Just add that to your grocery shopping list.
Yeah, and a pinch of clove. Totally normal. For focus and subtle rays the active influence of Mars.
Okay.
We're raising the influence of Mars by using clove, I guess.
Yeah, so you need to summon him at a very particular time when Mars is above horizon, I assume?
mean, probably something like that. Around the working space, mark the circle in chalk or salt. At the quarter points, place small feathers symbolizing control over the element of air and thoughts, currents it governs.
So when nothing happens, when do you give up and say you're going to make up a wild story and tell it to your friends?
Okay, well, you've at least got to finish the ritual at this point.
No,
You're
okay.
only like halfway through it.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
So now we're going to go into the opening action. So you got your whole place set up. You got your feathers and your athahim.
Yeah, I don't know, just get some noodles
Okay,
or
you're
something.
going to enter the circle from the east, carrying the silver hand mirror
I thought it
in
was
your left hand.
It was facing east.
Yeah,
so
and you're also entering from the east.
Meaning you're facing west now.
Okay, but the circle and the mirror are facing east.
Okay.
You're going to walk the perimeter clockwise 3 times, holding the mirror up so that it catches the light of the candles, silently visualizing it building a reflective barrier around you. Return to the east and place the mirror down on the altar. Then you're going to perform the invocation. Light the yellow candle saying, "For clarity in my own sight." Light the black candle saying, "For concealment in the sight of others." Stand before the altar, raise the athame, and trace Osei's sigil in the air above the scrying mirror.
If it makes a Cheez-It appear in front of you, this would actually be a really interesting ritual, and it would be the coolest party trick you could ever show anybody.
As you do, chant his N, Air Serpente Osei, in a steady rhythm, stepping forward slightly with each repetition until you are close enough for your breath to mist the mirror's surface. Thanks.
You're welcome.
We're trying not to summon Osei.
I was trying to make sure it's authentic.
And then now we need to go into the channeling sequence. With your left hand on the silver mirror and your right hand holding the athame pointed at the scrying mirror, visualize your own face within the black glass. See it slowly shift the hair, the eyes, the features until it becomes someone else entirely. Feel this form wrapping around you like a second skin. If the working is to influence another's perception of you, visualize their face appearing in the black mirror and see the version of yourself you wish for them to perceive. If the goal is to cause doubt in their own self-image, see the reflection warping subtly, altered until uncertainty clouds their eyes.
I'm starting to think that Athame's a kind of a mushroom.
I feel like it's like a metal tool or something you use.
There's definitely some sort of hallucinogenic going on here.
Well, staring into a black mirror is kind of a hallucinogenic in itself, if you stare at it long enough with flickering lights.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we're going to move to the breath of influence stage. These titles got weirder the longer I went down them.
Was my breathy influence not enough for him? How much does he
Take
need?
3 deep breaths.
Oh, why? Don't make me actually do this. I thought you were going to talk at the same time.
Each time exhaling towards the scrying mirror while imagining the altered image flowing from it into the target's mind or into the surrounding world. Then with the athame, make 3 small clockwise circles over the mirror to lock the change into the current of thought. Sealing the current. Place the silver hand mirror over Osei's sigil. With both hands upon it, say, "Osei, master of shifting masks, seal this vision into being and let perception bend to my will." Pass the mirror through the incense smoke in a sideways figure 8 pattern. Then return it to the altar for the remainder of the rite. No, we are still not done.
I like that we found a cure for ADHD, though. We actually found a way to seal the current of thought. You're all cured, guys.
So this part's always important.
It's like an entire generation of people.
This is very similar to using a Ouija board or anything. License to depart. Thank Osei formally. We say, "President Osei, I thank you for your guidance and craft. Depart in peace to your place, yet remain an influence where I have sent you." Extinguish the candles in reverse order. Walk the circle counterclockwise, feeling the barrier dissolve, but working remain active in the world. And there you have it.
Okay, so bad things happen to you if you mess one of these things up.
Yeah, probably. I'm just going to say, just like Ouija boards, you make sure you say thank you and goodbye.
Yeah.
Even if you don't believe in it, just don't take the chance, you know?
Yes, not worth the chance. Even if you're like 99.9% positive nothing's ever going to happen like me, that doesn't mean I'm going to roll the dice on having some leopard man,
When all I have to
possessing
say
me for the
is
rest of my
thank
life.
you and goodbye. Osei also works well with other demons to help you accomplish your goals. So, like, you kind of mix their summoning rituals together with these other demons. So he works really well with Andros, known for sowing discord, Fornius, known for teaching languages, and Dantalion, known for teaching arts and sciences.
Ooh.
All S&T demons. So if you're looking for one of those particular things that Osei is good for,
I need some artistic
you can also
inspiration.
Get some of those guys in there.
Dantalion, or I want to learn to speak a new language.
His
Fornius.
S&T design is definitely really weird.
Yeah, well, all of these guys have shown up at one point.
Yep. All SMT demons, So that's fun because they're all Archguatia demons. I think having a ritual available on a website to summon a demon means that that demon is still being used today in modern Wicca practices. As with, I feel like all of the Archguatia demons. They come up on occultist websites and Wicca websites, and they're definitely still like in the modern witchcraft mindset.
They came in a book that literally told you how to summon them.
Yeah, so people are going to summon them and post it online about how to summon them. So that's fun for all of us.
But I haven't seen a single video of someone showing, this is what Osei looks like. Like, this is a successful summoning.
Well, no, because they just say everything alters to what you need it to look like. It's scrying in a black mirror. It's never going to feel good.
No.
So Osei is alive and well today in pop culture as well. In video games, he has appeared in Final Fantasy.
Of course.
Final Fantasy 12 as a Coral. And I think Final Fantasy 11 as well. But I know the one from 12. A character in the Tales of Destiny 2.
Okay.
Wild Arms as a reoccurring monster, which is just like a cat, but that's Wild West. So why would there be... I had a lot of questions about why Osei is in Wild Arms.
That's a good game.
We're really seeing him more often in fantasy settings, in like pop culture, the occasional book here and there, and in manga. And like I said earlier, he is showing up as himself. There's never usually just a cat named Osei.
Like in Wild Arms.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess that one kind of looks like a cat, but it's a monster that you fight, so it's kind of like a demon in the wild situation.
I never get that far in Wild Arms, so I'm not really sure. I didn't say I was good at it.
So that's Osei in a nutshell. Manipulative, scholarly, and a little terrifying. He can mess with the minds and change shapes, which make him one of the more memorable figures in the Archguatia. Definitely not a demon you want to run into unprepared.
Well, I guess as long as nothing is moving, look around your room, make sure it's all exactly where you positioned it before. Your electronics aren't turning on their own. You don't smell anything weird. There's no fog writing in the walls or anything like that. Okay, good. Everyone's doing great. It was all hocus pocus nonsense. That's excellent. How are we feeling about Osei now?
But
do we still hate him?
Thank you, Osei.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye. Goodbye. All
yeah,
right.
I still hate him. I still don't like it. She's a cat.
Gotta make sure we say goodbye before we say how much we hate him.
It's just a cat. I also want to say, like, there's a lot of drawings of him, and he's just a cat. He's just a leopard. Not this weird man leopard. Like, I feel like his
Did you find a design that you like more than the SMT ones?
The one where he's just a leopard.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's insulting.
I wish he was just naked.
I wish he had a big schlong. I want the codpiece to go away so I can see that big leopard dick.
It's all fuzzy. It
Just
doesn't come out.
I don't actually want that.
He's like Reshiram down there.
No, sure, Beartick. Beartick has the erection. Actually, I think they both do. Yeah, Pokemon jokes.
No, Beartick just needs to...
Both Gen 5. What is it with Pokemon in Gen 5 with their fuzzy erections?
I don't know. What's going on a lot in that generation? Like a lot.
Well, they covered him up with a Dune reference for some reason. I'm just happy there was a reason behind it, because it was the stupidest thing, and I knew you hated it, and I was glad that I found an excuse for why it exists.
You brought up like that repressed memory of dealing with him in Persona 5 that I completely forgot about.
That might be why you hate him, because that would have been the boss fight you dealt with, and he was obnoxious.
Yeah.
Be sure to tune into the next episode where we will summon a new demon that begins with the letter P. Yeah, I had fun with that. Let us know your favorite demon that begins with P and what you thought of this episode. We would love to hear from you. You can find me online at HamsterBomb on YouTube, where I host a long list of Let's Plays, reviews, and live streams, and not a review on a few different SMT demon models, because I'm still probably not done with it yet. Thank you so much for listening. Take care not to let the demons possess you while you sleep, and we will see you all in the next episode. Toodles.
I'm sorry, we might have summoned one and it might have possessed you.
In which case, I'm sorry. We took no liability, remember?
Okay, yeah, no liability. Bye-bye!
Bye-bye!